Closed captioning is brought to you by Bodog. Be a player.
We're halfway through the standing block chop here in Wears Valley, Tennessee, and I had a chance to talk to Melvin Lenz about slabbing nails and chop blocks. Melvin, you always see people in lumberjack shows putting in nails, bending them over. Just explain to me what that's all about.
Well, that's one of the rules that we have in lumberjack sports. As you can see, where I'm going to be cutting right here, this wood is very soft. So when you put a 7.5 inch axe into that, what's going to happen, that's going to slab up. So if that does happen, you won't be cutting the full 12 inches of wood that we have here. So in order to have a good cut without being disqualified, you must have at least 4 to 5 slab nails in the top of your log.
So you pound them in, and see how you pound them in, and then you bend them over.
Yeah, like I've pretty well put 2 on both sides of my center of my log right here. So, and my hits are going to be right here, so that'll prevent that from slapping all the way up. So you get a little more, you get your depth, and then by bending them over like that, that'll keep any little sliver from coming up.
Actually, we saw that last week, Bill, in the underhand chop, when choppers would take their first couple of strokes on the block, and you see a big slab of wood actually come off of that. That's what these guys are trying to prevent here.
And if they don't put the nails in and it does slap, they're going to take a DQ. Right now we got Mike Sullivan taking on Melvin Lenz. 20.54 set the time to beat. Is the time to beat set by Dave Jewett before the break. And Melvin Lenz a little bit low according to his marks.
That's right, low on his marks, but actually the chip fell out really well. When you see your block start to fall apart quick like that, you get excited. You know the wood's chopping good, you're going to go for it.
Both guys make their chip sides, their uppercuts in the backside. Both guys in their backside right now. Melvin Lenz trying to drive things maybe a little bit too early.
Oh, he's a really low too. You see where his lines are and where he's driving. He's driving into really solid wood at the bottom.
Both guys driving off maybe a little bit too early. Melvin Lenz wins the heat, beats Mike Sullivan with 25-11.
And they're all going for it, but this wood is just a little bit firm for the drives.
So it's 2 heats in a row. We've seen the log split right up the center like that. Matt Koger, happened to you, happened to him, happened to you. What's going on?
Well, you know, these stands right here, you need a strap on them, and that'll save that from doing that. But another thing to do that is trying to drive too much wood. These hits right here that I put in, chip hung in my way and caused the axe to go straight in, and then I had to pinch for wood. So another thing, these stands are too low for guys as tall as you and I, Bill. So it's real hard to chop on them.
So obviously the dogs are holding it in, but because you don't put a strap on it, they expand, and it allows the wood to expand and open up.
Yeah, it does, and you lose valuable time by having that happen.
Thanks, Mel.
Thank you.
Yeah, 2 things against him there. Number one, the brittleness of this wood is really surprising to me. The second thing, Bill, you see that Mel is almost 2 inches below his lines there. He's actually driving into dead wood, we call it. And, of course, every time you do that, when you're below your front marks, you're going to drive into the dead wood, and you're going to split that block.
Well, I'm sure Melvin Lenz is not happy with his 25-11. Koger and Bradshaw in this last heat. And Koger is going to try and take down the time at 20.54 set by Dave Jewett. And, again, the blocks are looking firm.
That's right. They know there's only 2 chops here, so they're both going to be going for it. Only 2 axe events, all kinds of sawing events. A lot of these guys are choppers, especially Arden Koger, so he's going to be taking it.
Well, the wood is just not moving like they thought it would be. Maybe a bit of an advantage for Koger Jr. to see those guys in front of him. Koger Jr. wins a standing block with a 20.38. Bradshaw struggling to a finish.
There we go. Good job. Let's hear it.
Now, I heard you comment. It's about as good as you can do. You know, I counted 8 and 11 on the backside. Is it the wood that didn't allow you to do maybe 8 and 10?
Well, the wood was exceptionally hard in the back. It's like really, really heavy pitch red. And I knew it was going to be hard going into it, but I didn't think it was going to be that hard. I mean, my first hit up did absolutely nothing, and I barely drew a chip on my one-on-one, which for me not to draw a chip on a one-on-one, it's got to be hard wood because I can do that on Foot's standings in Silvertop Ash at Sydney. So I'm like, whoa, well, bring the coals now. So I sit there and hopefully hit it fast enough to come out on top. If I did, great. If I didn't, so be it. It's a great day.
Well, in a chopping event like the standing block, it certainly is an advantage to go last. Art Koger Jr. was able to read the wood. He wins it with a 20.38.
And our crown pivotal point today is focused on Melvin Lenz. He's a third-generation logger, using all of his experience in the axe to gain him another 100 points with a first-place finish.
We got the best in the U.S. here. Arden Koger Jr. leading the way with 285. 4 guys on his heels, all within 35 points. Come back again next week for more Lumberjacks.
Lumberjacks is sponsored by Echo, professional quality, ask any pro. Crown, protect, maintain, save. Bodog, be a player. Red Pine Wilderness Lodge, simply unreal fishing.
You ever get tired of being called the king?
No.
No, I'd never get tired of
No,
calling
it puts
the
me
king.
in that category of LeBron James, Michael Jordan.
Elvis Presley?
Yeah. Can't forget out Elvis.
Well, he is the first king.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.